Hello ladies and gents, it's Conor Green. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 ways you can market your home better as a for sale by owner, get more exposure, and ultimately get more prospective buyers. Let's get into it. Number 1 is the price has to be right. Seriously, if you take anything away from this video, the price is very, very important. And the reason it's important is because if you overprice your property, what's going to happen is that agents are going to reject your home and not show it. And prospective buyers, when they're searching online, they're going to miss it because of, home searching sites have price filters. And so you're just going to be out of their range and you're not going to show up. This could be someone who is ultimately able to buy your home, but because you overpriced it, they're not going to see it. Lastly, it's just not going to compare well against others and you're just going to lose in that competitive battle every time. If you underprice it, you're going to be leaving money on the table and that's not great either. So what are some tools that you can use to help you properly price your home and find that right balance? Well, what you're going to want to do is you can look at Zillow and the public records and you can see what homes have sold, what homes are active, and what homes have expired. For the solds and expireds, you're going to want to look in the last 45 days. And you want homes that are comparable. All right, so homes that are similar, very similar in beds and baths, about a 10% difference at most for square footage. And then other similar features. Maybe there's a pool, in-ground pool or not, or maybe a large backyard. Certain neighborhoods, that's what I'm talking about. If you hired me to get your home sold, I would create what's called a comparative market analysis for you, or CMA, which would help you get the correct price. We also offer this to for sale by owners at a flat, low rate because it really is one of the most important things. A home is most likely to sell between the first 2 to 4 weeks. So if you're squandering that invaluable time period by not having your home price right, it's something you're never going to recover. Number 2 is going to be to stage and declutter your home. You need to get your home ready for people to be able to come in and to be able to imagine themselves living in your home. Ultimately, at the end of the day, when someone puts an offer down and purchases your home, what happened was they were able to imagine themselves living there. So some things that will help them imagine it is to declutter it, to make it seem a lot more open and welcoming. Take down family photos because obviously that's not going to be their family, and so it just kind of adds a little more context that makes it a little bit harder for them. You just want to be able to keep everything as open as possible. Sometimes less context is better. You're also going to want to make sure it's clean and odor free. So that's great for if you're doing private showings or by appointment only. You can make sure that it's going to be in great condition when the buyer or potential buyer arrives. And then the other thing you're going to want to do is to potentially consult with a staging professional to see if there's anything that you could do. Maybe it's just simple rearrangement that will help the home show better. Just showing the home better is just going to lead to better results. And stage homes sell faster than non-stage homes. Ultimately, when someone walks into your home, they're going to have an impression within the first 3 seconds. So what impression are you giving them? Number 3 is going to be get that for sale by owner sign out there with flyers. Some very nicely and clean design flyers with your professional taken photos on there, because if they're bad photos, people are immediately going to be disinterested. So make sure you don't cheap out on the photos, and then make sure a very big and legible phone number is there. That's the best phone number to reach you at. Obviously, sometimes you're not going to be able to because you probably have a day job as well, but you're really going to want to be able to answer that phone at all times if possible. And then purposely leave out some information in the flyer so that people are going to have some questions. They're going to want to contact you. After they contact you, now you have their phone number, you have their name, what they're looking for, and now you have a lead. Number 4 is going to be leverage real estate platforms and your personal network. So you're going to want to get your professional photos and your value and benefit driven description up on these sites so you can give the best impression possible. Definitely use a video walkthrough as well, since video is going to get a lot more engagement and conversions than just standard photos. Roughly about 4 times is the current digital marketing statistic for that, so you don't want to miss out on that. And don't forget to leverage your personal network as well. Colleagues and friends can be great sources, and your neighbors. Maybe your colleague, friend, or neighbor has a family member or another friend who's looking to move down here, and this could be a perfect opportunity for them. So make sure to reach out to those people too and let them know that your home is for sale. One quick note too is please be careful with the people that you invite to come see your home, because these are public sites, Zillow and all that, so anyone could call you up and come see the place. Just be very cognizant of people or coming by, try not to let just your single spouse or partner show it themselves. Both of you guys should be there, and that just adds a little added security. Get identification and additional information from these people before they come in, so you know who they are. When possible, see if they're pre-approved, because if they're not pre-approved, they're really just looking at your home and they're not serious buyers. Number 5 is going to be host professional open houses. 1, make sure the house looks spotless. Do that staging part that I was talking about. So people's first impression, the first 3 seconds, is of being impressed versus being disappointed. And then the second thing is have a sign-in sheet for names, email, phone number, so you can collect those leads and you can follow up with these people. Follow-up is really where the money is made. They might have one objection that you just need to get them through before they can go to the next step. And the next step, the next step, the next steps, and then they place an offer and then maybe buy your home. Part of the staging part too is to make sure the place feels open and a little bit more optimistic. Turn all the lights on. If you have some furniture, in the middle that might be cluttering a bit, consider removing things or just making it a little bit more open. Now, advertisement-wise, you're going to want to create a Facebook event page, invite people, invite your friends, invite your colleagues, invite your neighbors, and then you can also do some advertising for that event. You can do some Facebook ads. You can do it as an event response, so that's going to be the target or goal for your campaign, which you'll see when you start to go into the ad manager, and you'll choose the event. You'll choose that as your goal. When people are seeing this ad, they'll be able to say, yes, I'm interested. And that's ultimately what you want. And you can target people locally, target by demographics, whatever you see fit. It all depends based on where your home is, what type of price range you're in for the people that you're trying to target. You can also have a digital marketing company create a landing page for you and use Google Ads to direct people to that landing page for your open house and for your home, and get more leads that way as well, which is very complementary to the Facebook ads initiative. The third thing you can do is you can send flyers or mailers out and pass them out to neighbors. Personally inviting them, doing a little bit of door knocking is great too. It just kind of adds that personal touch to it, and it also creates more of a sense of obligation for them to come now that they've talked to you and maybe committed. You're more likely to get someone to come if you talk to them in person versus just having someone say yes, via text or by responding yes to an RSVP for Facebook. So those are your top 5 ways to market your home better as a for sale by owner. If you have any questions or you have any other ideas or you have something to add to it, or maybe you have something to change based off of what I said, please comment below and let us know. If you found our video to be helpful to market your home, please like the video, show us a little support, and subscribe. We're going to be producing a lot more videos like this that are all value driven and that are all very simplified, because at the end of the day, all these concepts can be simple if you know them well, which we do. Until next time, this is Conor Green. Have a great day.